So we're going to start. My name is Dr. Amy Owen, by the way, for those of you that just joined us. And we're going to start with the region of Europe. That's a topic in and of itself. We could start with any region. Why Europe, you might ask? Well, the textbooks often will start with Europe. But really, if we ask ourselves where people came from, where did people come from originally? Do you know? The oldest carbon dating that we have is from Africa. And the oldest civilizations that we have to date are from China. So actually, starting with Europe has more to do with the Industrial Revolution. And we will get into that in a minute. So we always start with the map. And here we have all the countries of Europe. Now first, let's look at its location. It's surrounded on three sides by water, which makes it very beneficial for trade. It is attached to Eurasia. So there are several regions in Eurasia, and Europe is one of them. So what about this boundary? Is there a physical boundary between Europe and Asia? No. So again, this is a mental map that we're developing, and this is an imaginary boundary that we have between Europe and Asia. And it can shift, in fact, and it has been shifting. And we're going to talk a lot more about how the boundary of Europe keeps shifting to the east. So here, let's start with our water bodies. Since it is surrounded by water on three sides, we're going to start with the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean here. And we have a lot of seas. We have the Norwegian Sea, the North Sea, the Baltic Sea. We have the Adriatic Sea and the beautiful Mediterranean Sea. We can take it by sub-region and start with Northern Europe. So here we have Iceland, and not shown on the map is Denmark's Greenland up here. And we have, and you can go ahead and join me. Norway. I don't hear you. Norway. Sweden. Finland. Denmark. And the Baltics. Estonia. Latvia. Lithuania. There's a little piece of Russia here called Kaliningrad. Next, we can move to offshore core, which is right here. And we have the island of Ireland, the island of Britain. We have the country of Ireland below this red line. And above the red line, we have Northern Ireland, and we have Scotland, Wales, and England. And those four compose the United Kingdom. So we have two countries, Ireland and the UK, and we have two islands, the island of Ireland and the island of Britain. Now let's move to Southern Europe. We have the Iberian Peninsula, which is made up of Portugal and Spain. We have Italy, and here is former Yugoslavia, which is now Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, and you can see that this map is dated. All of these aren't on here, but we also have, not shown here, Kosovo and Montenegro, Albania, and Macedonia. We have Greece and Cyprus. Moving on to the mainland core here, we have France and Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg, all three together known as Benelux by Europeans. We have Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and the Czech Republic. So moving on to Eastern Europe, we have Belarus, the Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Slovakia. Did I get them all? Okay.
Poland?
Oh, we can't forget Poland. Poland's right in the middle there. Yes, Poland. Good. So a few select mountain ranges. We have the Pyrenees, the Alps, the Carpathians, and a few selected major cities. City of London, the city of Paris on the Seine River, and London is located on the Thames River here. Copenhagen.
Not
And-
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen is more the way Europeans pronounce it. Do you want the American way or the European way? Yeah, the word Seine, which is the river that Paris is located on, looks like Seine, S-E-I-N-E, but it's really Seine. And London's Thames River looks like Thames, but it's Thames. But that's a very good question. There are words that are often pronounced by Americans very differently than pronounced by Europe. Kyiv is another one. Often you hear Kiev, which is the capital of the Ukraine, but it's Kyiv. Okay, and let's see what else. So, did we cover the map then? What I really like to do sometimes is to look at the shapes, because in forming our mental map, there are two things that are really important. One is that each of these is a completely unique shape. There is none other like it. So every single state is completely unique in its shape. Also, where it sits near the water bodies and near the other states. So if you put those in a frame of reference, it's a lot easier. For instance, I'll give you one of I like to pick animals. This Hungary, to me, looks like a chicken. Now, come on, you see it, don't you?
No.
It looks like a fat hen. Here's its beak. Here's its little legs. There, it looks like a fat hen. Hungary for a chicken. Get it?
Oh.
Romania, to me, looks like a fry pan, not nearby for your chicken. There's the handle, and there's the fry pan. And of course, we have the boot of Italy, kicking Sicily. So what about climate? What is the major climate type for Europe?
It ranges.
It's varied. Mhm. It's humid, temperate throughout most of it, and there's some cold humid as you go towards the east. There's also cold climates in the north, and it gets very cold. In fact, you have the coldest climate to the far north that's known as cold polar climate. But what I want to draw your attention to right now is the beautiful Mediterranean climate. Yeah, this is unlike any climate found anywhere in the world. Hot, dry summers, cooler winters, very beautiful, and grows amazing foods, fruits, vegetables, Wonderful seafood comes out of the Mediterranean. There's olive oil, there's dates, palm trees, just really beautiful. A kind of an orange called a blood orange that you can get occasionally in Guam. It gets shipped here, and if you ever see a blood orange, try one. They're really, really good. So the Mediterranean climate is, of course, found along here.